We got a really strong bond there. Everybody's there to work, push each other. Like that's how we become better. I couldn't believe it. And then getting to Olympia, just seeing all these like YouTubers that you watch on like YouTube, and you know, watching them work out, and then you see them in person. I'm like, whoa, you know, you're there as an athlete, but you also like I was a fanboy, a big fanboy there, and I was like, I know, like I watched him the other day, you know, and he just walked past me. Like I remember like seeing John Meadows, legend, himself in person walk by. I was like, dang, he's a little shorter in person, but he's there. He's big too. I remember just seeing and then seeing like C-Bum backstage pumping. I was like, man, this is real.
He's 4 in the O, 1 in the I. Or that's a Pitbull song. 4 times Olympian, rice ball master, iron sharpens iron, bro. Number 1 in Texas, possibly a grin to win or a smiling assassin. He's juicy by Notorious B.I.G. Dreams don't work unless you do. Help me welcome Jason Huynh. Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. I was going through your stuff and I noticed one of your quotes was, dreams don't work unless you do. What does that mean?
So you can dream about it, or you can, you know, go out there and make that dream happen. You know, just dreaming about it only, it won't happen. You actually got to put in the work and make that dream happen.
Mate, so true, so true. All right, my first question is, I saw on your stories a day ago. Okay, what's your favorite fish?
Wiscott.
Wiscott. Why that fish?
I just like the texture. I've been doing tilapia for a while, and then I just got sick of it. The texture is just so dry, and I bake my fish too, and I switch over to cod. It's a little more pricey, but the texture, everything just way easier to eat, and I feel like it's leaner as well, and the quality of the meat is wild caught, so it's a lot better than tilapia. Most tilapia is all farm, so I like the taste, and it's probably better quality meat, so why not?
Yeah, it's better quality. Tell me something. I mean, we're all under the myth that it's chicken and fish. Why? I think I heard that Jay Cutler, when he was competing, he'd eat a lot of fish too.
It's a lot leaner, and to me, like if you want it extra shredded, you got to do fish. It's just
really
a leaner meat. But chicken is good too. I do a lot of chicken. There's nothing wrong with that, and I feel like I got killed with both. So it's just for me right now, it's just changing the taste preference.
What about red meat? Do you do a bit of red?
It up.
You do have to switch up. What about red meat? Do you do red meat? No.
I don't do any red meat. Yeah.
No.
Since
why is that? Why is that?
You get too big with red meat. So
you get too big. You get too big.
It just has like more fat content. I feel. I'm already too big for my division, so I put a weight cap on it. So I really have to watch out.
What's the weight cap?
So for my height, I'm 5'6" and a half. So I'm at 177. They just posted out like a couple of days ago, and I've been competing at around 180, 190. So now we got to drop a lot more. Except for this year, the show in Texas that I won, I was like 174. And then Vancouver, I was 175. But it took us a lot to get down there. So now we got to get down there again and stay probably around 175, 176.
God, it sounds like a boxer entering the ring, your weight division. Like it's all calculated. Unbelievable. So what's a typical pro card athlete's... Yeah. Is it height as well? Height and weight?
Yeah, so it depends on your height. They put a different weight cap on there. So I'm like half an inch away from like 182. That's a 5 pounds difference. That's huge. But you know, that's why I'm trying to find a way to grow an extra half an inch taller.
I think you asked that question. I'm going to tell you when you've asked that question. So what's a typical pro card?
The same day I think I posted the fish.
Yes, you did. You did. I'll tell you in a second. Don't worry. I've got it here. So what's a typical pro card athlete's morning entail? What do you do what's your morning start like? Like when I talk about that, I'm talking about not just in food, want to hear food, but like, do you have rituals and habits?
I do. So when I'm on prep, is usually wake up, brush my teeth, drink some water, coffee, and then go straight to cardio. And then
Straight
I'll
to
do like
cardio, yeah?
around 40. Yeah, start my cardio. I have a bike at home, so it's easy. Just roll out of the bed, get up, get ready for a little bit, and jump on the bike. Do like 40 minutes right now, 45, just depending on how I feel. And then shower, get ready. I do work a normal job as well. So then get ready, head to work, and then after work, go straight to the gym, do my workout. And right now, another session of cardio, and then go home, repeat.
Repeat. What do you do for work?
I do. I'm a processor, so I'm on the computer all day, just data, technology, data entry all day.
Yeah. I guess it lets you rest. You just with the hands out, so you just get to
Yeah,
rest
it's
the
good.
body.
I can sit all day. It's like a total opposite. Yeah, it's total opposite. Like you sit there all day, and then like you go hit the gym, you do cardio, everything afterwards. Try to mix it up.
Nice. Explain 4 times Olympian to us, please. What does that mean?
Oh, I'm still like, I was like, you tell me that like when I first started competing, I wouldn't believe you. It's just, it's crazy. It's like every year, just making it into Olympia. That's the big stage, That's like one of my goals. Like when I first started, it's like, yeah, I just want to be a pro. And then when you get to a pro, like, oh, now we want the next step, the next level up is to be an Olympian. And to be able to get on that stage and be an Olympian 4 times it's crazy. That's the big stage, And then this goal is just not to make it there this year. It's just to place in the top 15, top 10.
Wow.
That would be a dream.
How many guys are in the lineup usually for men's physique?
Last year was huge. It was like I think 70 something last year, and
What?
currently I think this year is like 51. Yeah, last year the number just blew up. I think the year before that we had like maybe 40 guys. I want to say, and then just last year, so many guys qualified because after COVID and then all the shows happened. I think like they just opened it up, so more shows, kind of make up for all the shows that didn't happen during COVID. So there were just a bunch of shows everywhere, and guys were just qualifying left and right, and then ended up with like 70 something of us. It was, I think, one of the biggest one ever.
Hey guys, Steve here from Muscle Talks. I just want to say thank you for you guys being here. Thank you for watching this podcast. What I'd really love is for you guys to hit the subscribe button. Why hit the subscribe button? It will just allow us to have a bigger reach, allow us to go get a bigger audience, and also bring you the best of the best here. Our goal here is to not only get our local people, but also international, and eventually, and hopefully, and will be bringing the Olympians to this station, Muscle Talks podcast. So please hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. So every time our podcast is launched weekly, that you get notified and you can sit back and enjoy this. Thanks, guys. Do you think they've made up for the time that COVID? They're being a bit generous. Too many people are coming on board.
I don't know about being generous, but like a lot of people couldn't compete, so I guess in a way they were being more generous and try to like make up for it because people were prepping and then they couldn't do the shows. I mean, I was 2 days out from a show when it got canceled. Literally, I finished my last workout.
Yeah.
Headed to work, was about to carb up, and that was on a Thursday, and my show was on a Saturday. And I got the call from coach say like, yo, the venue got canceled, the show got canceled, we can't do that show. And like, just prepping for so long, and then you got so close, literally like you'll be on stage in 2 days, and then now the show is canceled. So I think they know that, how hard everybody works, and they just want to make it up and like put more shows on so guys can actually, go out there and show their hard work.
To turn it into a full-time career, let's say, what number do you need to place?
I feel like it's just not the number. I would say that maybe just the top 1% or 5% maybe. But it's just not the placing. Of course, you have to place well.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe top 10, top 5. But you got to be smart with it too. How you market yourself, you know, your
Yeah.
personality, how you are, how you put yourself out there. I think those means a lot more. You know, some guys, they don't even have to be the best in the world, but they know how to do business and they know how to put themselves out there. Their personality, it clicks well with the fan, and people like them. Then you know they become successful. Just how smart you are too with the business side, not just the competing side.
I think you got to know how to sell your brand. I guess you're the brand, Jason. You are the brand. So it's been brand awareness out there.
Yeah, you just really got to make a name for yourself on and off the stage, and then I think that's how you become successful. And if you really want to dive into it, some guys this is all they do. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
just compete, and build their brand, and just train people, and just marketing all day. Yeah, it's just how hard you want to work in that area.
So I was looking at you've competed, or you did Olympia 21, 22, and you're going to be doing it 23. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going? How's the prep? 4 years in a row. How's tell me, with the first three, which one is your favorite? Because I know the first one maybe was overwhelming, or maybe that was a favorite. I don't know. Which was your favorite?
I think the first one was my favorite.
Yeah, why? Tell us why.
Feeling. It was so sweet. It's like I said, it was right after they opened up again after COVID.
Yep.
Because I couldn't do my show. That show got canceled, and then you got to stay on top of it. And then finding the gym to work out was really tough because all the gyms closed down. And I was lucky enough to have a local gym where he used to be my teammate, and he was nice enough to let me work out there. And I kid you not, we were working out in the early morning, and then one time we thought we saw a cop, and we all had to duck down like we're doing something.
Oh my God! Like fugitives!
It was that bad. Yeah.
Oh my God!
We're just working out, but we all had to duck down and hide behind the machine and everything.
Oh my God!
5:30 in the morning. It was tough times. So I had to fold it and just stay in shape, be ready, because I didn't know when they will open up. So I think that was like 3 or 4 months, and then they started putting shows back on, and then we had to wear a mask to go on stage and everything. And
was that difficult? Was it difficult? Was it difficult to do it with the mask on? Was it difficult, the breathing? Because you got to breathe, and there's a lot of breathing involved.
At first, it was difficult because you're not used to something like blocking you from breathing. Or like when you're on stage, you got to pose. That's a workout in itself. And then you have to try to breathe, and then by then you're exhausted, you're tired, you're super lean. You're like, I just want to breathe normal. So I got used to it though. It's just an extra factor that you just got to be a pro and just adapt to it. It's not something I prefer, but hey, that's what it takes to get on stage. Just, tell me what I need to do. But it made it a lot sweeter. So being able to get back on stage again after your show was canceled. And I think I had to do like 6 shows to get in that year. And we had to keep going and going and going because we came close, and we're too close to just quit and not make it there. And then you finally get that win. That was so sweet. And it's your first one ever. You didn't know what to expect. You I made it to the big league, the big stage.
Were you starstruck? Were you starstruck?
Oh yeah, I was. I couldn't believe it. And then getting to Olympia, just seeing all these like YouTubers that you watch on like YouTube, and watching them work out, and then you see them in person. I'm like, whoa, you're there as an athlete, but you also like I was a fanboy, a big fanboy there, and I was like, I know that guy. I watched him the other day, and he just walked past me. Like I remember like seeing John Meadows, legend, himself in person walk by. I was like, dang. He's a little shorter in person, but he's there. He's big too. I remember just seeing and then seeing like C-Bum backstage pumping. I was like, man, this is real. This is real. And then getting that jacket too. The
jacket too, man.
Yeah, I think that's still my favorite one, the first one. Everything was brand new. You're just taking everything in. It was so awesome.
It's like I'm getting excited just listening to your stories. All right, I just want to talk about you just won Texas, right? And I noticed in Vancouver you wrote 2 to 3 pounds heavier, and you want to grow another half an inch. Has anyone got any suggestions or something like that?
Yes, I want to gain that extra 5 pounds on my limit, but people have been sending me suggestions, but I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see.
You know what I'll tell you what I think. You know what? I have a solution for you. I know you probably thought, how could this?
Me.
All right, Pilates.
Oh,
I'll tell you why.
oh,
I'll tell you why Pilates. All right. What I believe is this. Pilates strengthens your core. Now, I believe your core doesn't discriminate. Meaning, just because you've got a six pack doesn't mean you've got a strong core. You can be a fat bastard and still have a strong core. So, hear me out.
yeah.
When you have a strong core, what that does is it alleviates, relaxes the spine. And when the spine can go upright, the core locks in. So that's why people say when they do Pilates, they feel taller. It's because it actually accentuates, your core locks in and lets your spine raise. So your spine shouldn't hold you upright. Your core should. So I just think you should do more core-related exercises to relieve your spine so your spine lifts you so you're more upright, and I guarantee you'll get half an inch.
So it's not being pulled down as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll try anything right now.
Well, Pilates ain't going to hurt you. You know?
Like my
No, Pilates would. Yeah. So you did a few shows. You did. I hope so, man. And listen, and if you win Olympia, you make sure you say, Steve, that fucking Aussie guy in Australia, Muscle Talks, he gave me the suggestion to take it to the next level, next class. You did show.
Thanks to Steve.
Thanks to Steve, man. Hold it up high. You did showdown in June 2023. Is that correct?
I'm sorry.
You did showdown, or it's called showdown in June 2023. Is that? Was that a competition? It's called Showdown. Oh, I'm not too sure. I wrote it down. You did a few comps. You did July Vancouver 2023, and then you did also
Denver.
Texas. Denver. That's what it was. Sorry, Denver.
Denver. I forget what it's called.
I think it was called
High Showdown or something like that.
That's what it was. Showdown. Mile High Showdown, whatever it was called. Yes. You did that in June 2023. So you did different placings. How do you go with all the placings that happens? How do you feel mentally when you're doing different placings, or what did you place in those comps?
Oh, that one was the first one of the season, and I came to that show weighing in at 188 pounds at weigh-in, and when we came out during show day, I didn't even make it pre-judging. I didn't even make it to the first call out. It was devastating. Like to I was like, my confidence was destroyed. I was like, oh man, like we're not even getting called out for first called out, and I was in the back. I was like, dang, like what happened? Like what did I do wrong?
Yeah,
I thought I came in like big, but I didn't know. I no, the weight cap can't be. It can't be the weight cap because they say next year they're gonna deal with it or they're gonna apply it. So I was just standing there. I remember standing on stage and just looking at my number. I was like, oh man, they definitely didn't call it. I was like, did I not hear it or something like that? Not that I'm overconfident or something. But I thought I brought a pretty competitive package to at least make it into the first call out to battle those guys. But no, I didn't. And then I was, standing there and I was like, man, it got to me. Definitely it got to my head. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to get some feedback from the judges and see what happened. Like, what did I do wrong? Or what did they see? Like, how come I didn't get in there, And then and then we had a break between pre-judging and finals. So during break, I was, sad and didn't know what to do, but I was like, I got to keep it tight because we still got finals. And then final day, it took a while. It was a longer break than expected, so we all just chill in the back, just keep eating the food we're supposed to, do whatever coach tell us to. And then final came. I kept it tight. I came up, and then they pushed me back into the first call out. I was like, oh wow. I was so happy. It was like, oh wow, we actually battle our way back in. We stayed tight because I wasn't gonna give up. Doesn't matter, what I place in prejudging. Kept it tight. Come back. They called me out, and then I think I was on the outside. I think it was 5 or 6 people, and then they pushed me in one position, and then we ended up placing 5th. So it's still top 5.
I've noticed that you placed 5th then. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I was just glad I made it back in there. And then after that, I went straight to the head judge and was like, oh, what happened? Like, how can I do better? And he just said, like, those guys are just more conditioned than I was that show. It's like any other show, you could have possibly win it. It's just this show, all the guys that place higher than you, I just thought they were more conditioned. So I was like, okay, if it's conditioning, I'll take that. That's one thing I can control. If it's oh, you need more muscle here, you need more muscle there, it takes longer to build.
It takes a long time for that.
Yeah, it takes time. So I was like sad, but I was happy at the same time because it's like, oh, it's just a conditioning thing. Okay, I'll just suffer a little more, come back more conditioned next time. I'll take that over any other feedback any day. So that's what we did, and then we took the feedback from there. Came back. At first, coach was like, let's just do Vancouver. And then I was just prepping for Vancouver. I think that was like maybe a month after Denver.
Yeah. July. You did June. You did June, and then you did July. And you met an Aussie guy there, Patrick, the Black Terminator.
Oh, I still remember Patrick. Yeah.
Yes.
Very funny.
Well, we did a podcast with him 2 weeks ago, and we mentioned your name on there.
Oh, did he say good things or bad things?
Well, you probably could have said better. No, I'm just joking. He said he actually went and ate with you. You invited him to eat, didn't you, or something like that? You guys went and got something to eat.
During a break between prejudging and final. Yeah, we went to eat a burger, but only I ate. He was watching me.
Why was he? Was he trying to be disciplined? Was he or something? What was he doing?
Yeah, I told him like we got to keep it tight, man. Like if your coach is not telling you to eat it, don't eat it. So he was just watching me, poor guy. I was like, hey, don't eat, man. Your coach didn't tell you to eat, don't eat. And he was like so sad.
He was. Well,
I have to keep him in check because.
Yeah. Oh, good on you, man. Because I noticed that on your posts, and he appreciated it. And I think as well, it was his first actual pro show, so it's new to him. When you get it easy, when you get it easy winning comps, and then suddenly you're up there against the best, and then you realize we're not in Kansas anymore. Like this is every millimeter counts.
threeog.shop.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I've been doing a little more shows than that, so I was just trying to pass on my knowledge, and then,
you felt that
he was like coming from a different country even, so it's a little more tough to get communication with his coach and everything. I just try to like motivate him. He's new to the game. I do whatever I can to help him. He's a good dude. And
he's a good dude.
We click because he's nice. So
he's a nice guy.
Do my best to try to get him to be as successful as he can be.
Well, he appreciated that, so he did mention that. And then obviously you went and won Texas. I want to ask you a question. You keep mentioning we, and I think it's a very important an important word, that word we, because a lot of people think I'm going to do it, but it does take a team, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it takes a whole village. It's an individual sport. It's a selfish sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for you to be able to be that selfish and to be able to focus on yourself, there are a bunch of people around you, your teammates, your family especially. Like I'm so lucky to have my fiance who supports me tremendously to be able to let me be selfish the last like 8 weeks or 6, my whole prep basically.
I know.
You need that support system. It's not a thing yeah, you compete alone, you get on stage alone, but to get there, yeah, everybody's behind you, pushing you to get there. Your teammate in the gym every day when you're lifting, when you're on zero carb, you have no energy. The last thing you want to do is lift that weight. Well, guess who's pushing you? Your teammates, your coaches. You know, on days I don't want, I'm too tired, I can't get up. I was like, I don't want to do the spiking thing. You know, your fiance is there, like, stop being a bitch. Oh, sorry. Get on that thing. You know, go take care of business. You know.
Well, it's funny because it's like boxers. You know, boxers. I'll tell you something about boxers, which is very interesting about boxers, and people in the ring, the octagon, whatever it may be. You know, if you listen to them pre-fight, they're winners. They're holding up the trophy, right? And I remember saying this to my psychologist once, because I've done everything to become better mentally as well. But my psychologist told me, I said to her, how do these boxers or these athletes believe they can do it? Don't they ever have doubts? And she says, when they have doubts, that's when the team walks in. The team brings you back. Yeah. So when you have doubts, I guess, when you think you don't look good, your team tells you you look amazing, and then you're back. I look amazing. I look amazing. You got to, you know, your team brings you back.
That is so true. Yeah, that's why I go. I'm lucky to have the gym nearby, my coach's gym. It's about an hour and a half drive to get there. On days, but when I go there, like you said, you nailed it on the head right there. Some days I was like, I don't look good. I look chubby today. I look fat today. Yeah. Like, I don't think I look good. And I would go there, and then not just your coach or your teammate, they look at you and they're like, nah, man, you're on point. You know, just keep doing what you got to do. Just 6 more weeks, just 5 more weeks. You look good. You're going to be crazy. Just keep pushing it. You said it exactly right there.
That's why I think it's important for, you know? And I think it's important when we support people is that we've got to be the A team for them. So when they're not feeling it, we've got to feel it for them. And when they're feeling it, we've got to sit back and let them go. Yeah.
You know, you got to be there for, you know, to support them. And, you know, they'll support you back. That's the real, team right there. That's a family. You want to see everybody succeed, you know. It's like, we step on stage, we might be battling each other, but we still like, hey, I'm going to come at my best, you come at your best. Like, you know, at the end of the day, let the judges be the judge, you know, let them make the decision, but I still want you to come, you know, as your best and just do your best. That's all we can ask for.
No, very good. Where do you live now? Where did you grow up? What's your background?
Oh, my background is so I was born in Vietnam. Yep. And then at about two months old, you know, that whole Vietnam War, the Communist War, and all that stuff. And so my family actually tried to escape that, and we were literally on a wooden boat at 2 months old. My parents made that decision, like, we're gonna risk our life for, you know, our child's future. And literally, luckily, we didn't die. A lot of people die in the ocean. Luckily, we didn't die. We made it into Indonesia on an island, and then I lived there for 6 years. You know, on an island where a small little island, everybody knows everybody, stuff like that. And then lived there for 6 years, and then we all got kicked back to Vietnam. Okay. And then I went back to Vietnam, lived for 3 years, and then I immigrated here, and I've been here ever since then.
Okay. And you got a big? Do you have a big family or not a big family?
No, my family is actually really small here, especially. It's just me and my parents. That's it. Most of my family are back in Vietnam still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And so you got a fiance? Does she train as well? Is she involved in the gym?
No, she actually hates the gym. I try to get her to go. I try to get her to go, and then she goes just to support me sometimes. I try to get her into it, at least for cardio. She would come there. It's so sweet of her. Like, when I'm dying, I don't want to go, she'd be like, let's go. And then she'll push me. She'll get on the stairs. And then I post a lot of stories, like, of her making faces at the gym. Like, she really does not like it. But she's there just to support me. So I'm very lucky in that regard. But yeah, total opposite. She hates the gym. She doesn't want to go to the gym. And here I am, you know, in the gym like every day.
What, does she have a hobby?
Yeah, she does. She likes to craft, and she make like
Yeah.
those Disney ears. They're
Yes, yes.
handmade, so yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She's really good with her crafting, and she does it. So
Well, oh, that's the
told her
thing.
I can't craft for her. I can't
Well,
craft
that, and I think
size.
that's the thing. I think she has, like, your hobby is bodybuilding. Let's call it also a bit of your career, but also she's got a hobby, and I think that's
Yeah,
what can make you appreciate somebody when they're interested outside of just a job. You know what I mean?
yeah. And to make it even like more like I'm more lucky in that regards. Like some people when they're not doing what you do, or they don't understand it from the outside perspective, they don't really understand. I'm very lucky in the fact that she's not into bodybuilding, not into fitness, but she
Mm,
understands. She sees how
yeah,
how I love it, this sport, this hobby of mine, and she just support me for whatever I do. Not the
yeah,
things
yeah.
that I do itself, but for me and whatever I like to do. So I'm very, very lucky.
You are, man. Oh, look, I tell you what, they say behind every strong man is a strong woman. So I'm sure you got a strong one there. That's great news.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay,
a
you
lot.
seem to be you seem to be comical. I've noticed, and you love the outdoors, from four-wheel drive buggies to snowboarding and goofing around the gym. So you say, what is it about the comedy? You like to have a laugh? You like to be a bit adventurous?
Yeah, I honestly I just like to have fun with it. Like
Mm.
up until maybe when I go to zero card, when I have no more energy, then I'll be Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Ah,
But when I'm
yes,
like
yeah, yeah.
fine normally, yeah, I like to have fun with it. I like to explore, I like to travel, I like to be outdoors,
I
and
notice.
in the gym too. I just like have fun with it. There's no, this is what you love, right? Just enjoy doing
Mm-hmm.
it, every aspect of it.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't take it too serious at the gym. It doesn't mean I don't work hard. You can have fun and work hard at the same time.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't put on like I don't hate it there. Why act like I hate it there and be all mad?
No, you
Except for
look
when I'm
like
low carbs.
low carbs is that's when people say I'm having fun, but I just don't look it, or I feel it either.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about
I'll
the
tell you a story with you.
please go.
Uh, so I think I was like 2 weeks out from a show.
Hmm.
You don't realize it. You're tired. Yeah, you're walking. You think you look normal, but you don't see your own face, right? And so I
Mm.
actually went to this gym at 24, and I opened the door for this lady. Yeah, she's an older lady. Try to be nice, open the door for her, let her come out. And I was like not expecting, but I thought she would thank me. She turns around and she's like, "You should smile more." I was like, "Did I look grumpy or something?"
Yeah, she didn't even know what was
That's when it
happening
hit
in
me.
your
Like, oh
world.
man,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I
I was
know, I
like,
know.
wow, I must have looked really angry.
I tell you, all you guys that are coming up for show, I tell you what, it definitely, it's kind of like zombies walking around the gym. You're just walking around with that stone face around, no smiles, just putting the weights on, putting the weights off. It's the scales. There's not much
Yeah.
going on. There's not much going on. So tell us about the famous rice balls. How did you come up with that and become quite famous?
Oh yeah, is it hitting the where you're at, Australia yet or no?
Well, I'm going to give it a go. I mean, I saw how you can get the Glad wrap perfectly off the whatever you call it, the container there, whatever it's called, the
It
box.
takes a lot of practice.
Mate, I tell you that just the Glad wrap itself will frustrate me, mate. Not the rice, but I see you do the famous rice ball. Everything's you've done a little skit with it, but it's quite funny. So yeah, where did that come from?
Uh, when I first started out, I was too small. When I first
Hmm.
turned pro, coach wanted me to put on some size.
Hmm.
So during that off season, he's like, "We're gonna eat. You have to eat to grow. If you want to be competitive, we have to put on a lot of muscle. So let's do 600 gram of carbs every day."
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, so 600 is a lot. And
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I have a job. I only get two breaks and a lunch. And I have to
Hmm.
drive about 40 minutes on the way there and an hour on the way back. How do I squeeze this, like, 600 gram of carbs into my day?
Hmm.
So I feel like, I was just like sitting there. I was like, why don't I just wrap them up? Because I can drive and then I put the rice ball here
Hmm.
and then during my drive traffic or something, just drive and eat, drive and eat.
Yeah.
So on the way there, I can get 2 rice balls in, so that's
I
100
know.
grams.
Yep.
And then when I get to work, I can eat a regular meal in a Tupperware, like a normal person.
Yeah.
And then and then during my 15-minute break at work, I'll be on a walk, so I'll go for a walk and then I'll just eat it. It's easy. You don't have to sit in one spot. Yeah, and it gets with your head too, because it's a small rice ball. You don't think you're eating 50 grams or like a big portion. You just like it's a snack. So it kind of trick your mind. It's easy. I can do this. Eat. Yeah, and then during lunch, another normal meal, and then another break, another 2 rice balls. And then on the way home, guess what? I'm sitting in traffic, got nothing else to do, but I can't be on the Tupperware eating with my 2 hands.
No. You're eating it like it's an apple. You're eating it like it's an apple.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
I love it.
Snack.
Well, I'm going to try to incorporate it. Go on.
Hey, try it. You can be fancy with it too. You can put like seaweed wrap on it and everything.
Mate,
people do some weird stuff.
You could put chicken in the middle of it if you wanted to. You could do anything you want.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah, you can get fancy with it. I'm just very basic. I was just like, it's easy, quick.
No, I like I said, I found it was pretty cool, and I noticed you did a skit with it lying down off the bike. Your girlfriend wanted to put her hand on your hand in the car, but you moved it away. Extremely funny, man. Really cool, really cool. So tell us about Iron Sharpens Iron, the zero gravity group. Is that the gym you go to? Is that the place?
Yes, that is the place. Team Zero Gravity's gym with it.
Yeah,
that's,
looks like family.
That's our slogan right there. Oh yeah, we got a really strong bond there. Everybody's there to work, push each other. Like that's how we become better. It's just one wave helping the next wave to get better. We there push each other every day. We're there to sharpen each other. Like all the guys that just join. No matter what level you are, you've been there. Like I've been there for a while, so new guys join. I'm there to push them, so they'll surpass me. That's the next wave. You create the next wave. You push the next wave, and that's how we all get better. And they're there because they're hungry. All the guys that come there, they're hungry. You're a pro, and you need that push sometimes. It doesn't matter what level you are, as long as you come in there. Those guys are hungry in there. It doesn't matter. Like they just started or they wanted to compete and they want to go for their pro card or they're doing their first show ever. When you're there, you're working.
Oh, man, I noticed. But I noticed, it's a great community. Everyone likes to have a bit of fun there too. I noticed that even the coach did a bit of skit with you when he was, I think, helping you doing lateral pull downs. You're doing some lateral pull downs and it looked like something from Titanic. Or actually, it was bend over rows. I think it was a bend over rows thing or whatever it was. I don't know what it was, but
I remember that one.
yeah. No, very funny, man. I found it quite hilarious. I do enjoy it. Tell me, the mindset and going up against friends, like mates, guys you've trained with. How much have you had to change you as well as an individual from just bodybuilding, but being a pro? Because I think you kind of, like I said, you can go snowboarding, you can have all that fun, but you are an athlete now and you've got to protect yourself and your mind has to be always probably you get tired of your own mind sometimes. Is that true? Sometimes so how do you deal with that? How do you deal with being the Olympian that you are now?
You mean like competing with your teammates and your
Well,
friends?
what I'm saying is, you can't, like, you are 12 months out every time now. 12 months out to Olympia, 12 months out. So it's kind of like you're on all the time now. Life had to change for you. What advice would you give to somebody that thinks it's not about being easy to get to that level? It's like besides the physical, besides the hunger, what is it that keeps you there? Because it has to be mental. I'm assuming you got to, like we said about your team believing you, but what is it about you? What did you have to change? What did you think changed you, saw a dramatic change from the being a bodybuilder in competitions, pro card, now coming to Olympia? What changed mentally?
Okay, I think just from the beginning, it's just wanting to be better. Like wanting to get to the next level. You want to like, okay, you're here now, but how can I go further? You know, when I first started out, my first show ever, I just want to be able to get on stage. Because I've always been
that's
shy.
right.
I don't want to get on stage, let alone take off my shirt.
Yeah.
And wear like a board short and stand in front of a whole crowd with lights on me. That was like the thing I fear the most.
Yeah.
So I started with a small goal. Yeah, so
Right.
some small goal, get up there, like, you know what, I've got to break out of my shell. I can't be like this. Okay, you know, first goal reached, like, oh, wow, I actually did it. I did my first show,
Yeah.
you know, and then what's next? Oh, I want to be better next year. I want to go to national, you know, and then next year, okay, we work hard. Like, that keeps me motivated during that off season. Like, you reach your goal now. It's like, do you enjoy this process? Yes. You like it? You enjoy it? Okay. How do I get better at what I enjoy? Like, you know, okay, I just did my first show. What's your next goal? I enjoy this process. My next goal is to go to national. And then you go to national, and then you see all these levels, like all these guys getting their pro card, and you're not getting it. It's like, okay, how do I get to their level? How do I get better?
Right. Yeah.
So when that, and then your mindset change again.
Yeah.
Now you're like, okay, cool, I made it to national. Okay, great job. But now let's get better. Okay, let's go get my pro card. And then so I gotta, you know, this summer you work this hard just to get to national. Next summer you gotta work even harder to get that pro card. And when you get to that pro card, like, oh my gosh, you know, that's a big step. I got my pro card now. Oh, now I'm more hungry. Now I'm more motivated. Like, I know I can get to the next level. I can get better.
Yeah.
Than this.
Yeah.
And then it's like an endless thing. You know, like, oh my god, I can get better. Okay, so you're more motivated. You're more driven. And you have a bigger goal for next year. So next year is what? Okay, I want to be in the top. My first year as a pro, I was like, I just want to be in the top 10. You know, it's like, because when you turn pro, you start at the bottom again. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's what I was
just
saying
turned
is,
pro. Guess
yeah.
what? Now you're the bottom of the food barrel.
How do you hold on
so
to
now
that
you're like,
mindset?
you know,
Go again, yeah.
Yeah, you like, you know, you're at the bottom. And then what do you have to do at the bottom to get to the top? Work harder. You know, you got to be more motivated. You know, you got to be able to catch up to guys that are already there. You got to work harder than them. And if you work at the same level, you're staying where you're at. They're just gonna keep getting better than you. So you got to work harder than them. That was my mindset. It's like, you know what? That guy's working way harder than me right now. How do I close the gap? How do I beat him next year? By working harder than him. Someday maybe he's tired. Guess what? That day I'm working. You know, that's the mindset that kept me going. It's like, you know, it's not you just battling that guy on stage that one, like maybe that one day. No, you're fighting that battle every single day. Because you don't know, like everybody at this level, they're all hard workers. They're all hungry. Nobody's lazy and they become a pro. You know, they all have crazy genetics. They all work hard. They know what to do. They all know how to diet. They know how to get conditioned.
That's what I'm saying,
you know,
yeah.
Like maybe that one chance, that one day, they're not feeling well or they're feeling lazy that day. Well, guess what? That's that day. That is when I make the gain on them. That's I don't know. That's just my mind. It's like sometimes a little too intense, but hey, it's.
I don't think it's. You know what? If you don't want intense, I guess don't do that level. We can all play safe. Let's all just play safe. Let's just play safe. But since we talked a little bit about mindset. Someone said to me once, "If you're not scared, it's not worth it, and if it's not hard, then you're not achieving anything." Because I don't think it ever stops. And I think you remember when you first grabbed the weights, didn't you think by the age of how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking? I just thought I'd ask you how old you are.
Oh man, I just turned 35, hitting that master's now.
Oh, all right. So wait a minute. So you're 35, but what I mean is, didn't you think by the time you were 30, you don't have to train again? But we're going to train forever. We're going to train till we're 80. Like meaning, so in other words, that's the beauty of the gym. It's relentless. You stop, everything stops. So so in other words, you in pro card pro level, competing Olympian, it's like you're in the world of pain, but that pain is because you choose to excel, to not be comfortable. And I guess that's what most have to realize. If you're not comfortable with the uncomfortable, don't do it, I guess.
Exactly. If it was easy, everybody would be walking around Olympians, right? You want to be different, you got to do things that people aren't willing to do.
It's the mindset. It is the mindset. So what's happening now? Tell me about you're coming up to the big show, the Big O. What's your mindset? Where are you at? What are you doing? And while you do that, do you guys do dry scoops in America? Have you seen this dry scoop thing that's going on in Australia? So what we do, I'll show you what we.
Yeah, we do dry scoop. It's the same.
All right. Well, let me do one because we're not selling enough, and I've got to keep trying to sell my product, man.
Not a plug at all.
What? I'm gonna have no water. Anyway, there you go. There's a bit of a plug, but we won't say too much more about it. They can see it now. Yeah. So tell me, what gear change are we in for the Big O, the Olympia? Where are we shifting to now? What's happening?
We're about this Saturday would be 6 weeks out. It's getting really, really close. So 6 weeks out, we're starting to cut down really hard. So I'm smiling now, but in probably next week or 2 weeks, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
I'm excited though. I just wanna this year. I'm really excited for this year. I feel like we get down, we got a new look, and I want to be more competitive. I'm doing everything I can. Like, I know people say it a lot, but I'm really not leaving any stone unturned this year. I'm trying to do my best at everything. Every day is 110%, and just try to place better this year. That's always the goal, to be better than the last year. So I'm excited. I feel like we're going in with a new look this year, and coming with some momentum, and it'll be a good one.
Explain to me new look. What does that mean? Like when you say I'm going in with a new look, I know when people buy a dress, it's a new look. A hairstyle's a new look. What's a new look on a body?
So for me, I've always been, like I said, I competed around 180, 190 something, 190. So I've been much bigger. And men's physique, where the division is going right now, they're downsizing. That's why they have the cap. And then I feel like this year, where we had to drop so much and come down to 174 and 175 pounds, it changed my look dramatically. And honestly, I didn't know I can look like that. I feel like I'm more streamlined. I have that more streamlined men's physique look, getting down to that 170s mark, rather than being bigger than last year and the year before that. So I like the new look a lot, and I'm more confident with it, especially like with where the division is going. I feel like I fit that more than if I were to come in at 190 pounds again. I feel I'll look like close to like maybe classic in the top, like too big. So that's why that's when I say new look. It is literally a new look. So I'm just excited.
I'm excited because I'm speaking to an Olympian, man. Me and Chris are going to sit on online, and we're going to watch it and see you go out there and say, we know this guy, man. We spoke to him. It's going to be amazing for us. Tell me something. Have you competed in any other, before you went into men's physique, did you have any ideas for anything else, or was it always men's physique?
It's always men's physique. I always been skinny all my life, and I think when I first competed, I just pulled up. It's funny you say that. I just pulled an old video of me when I first started. I was like, I was small. I didn't really think about any other division before, and I cannot do bodybuilding. That's just way too big for me. I don't think I can even get that big. So I think men's physique is just perfect where I want to be. It's a good look. I walk around. I feel comfortable in the off season too. Like I feel I have to go for a bigger division. I have to get way too big, and it's just not something I'm comfortable with. Not just. I wanted to be able to enjoy just living the lifestyle as well. I don't want to be walking around like 300 pounds or like 250. I don't feel like that would be good for my body, and I don't think that's a good look for me as well.
What made you go into competing or bodybuilding? I train. I've never competed, But what clicked you to go and put the boardy shorts on and the board shorts and get up there and do it? Like, do you remember that moment where you go, I'm going to do it? Like, what was it? Was it a girlfriend dump you? Someone called you fat? What happened? What happened? You're not big enough. What happened?
Your first guess is like right on it.
All right.
I always train all my life. Like, like I think I trained for 13 years or so. Before that, so it started back in high school. Like I said, I've always been skinny. I think sophomore year in high school, I was 119 pounds. And my goal back then was just to put on size every year. Like, I just want to be a normal person. I don't want to be skinny stick, So I hit the gym, I worked out, and then that year that I decided to go into competing is, like you said, I went through a rough time. Stuff happened in my relationship, and then I was going down a path where I don't think it was healthy. I started, drinking alcohol and all that stuff, and I didn't like where the direction I was going to. I feel like I would destroy myself in that way. And just one day I was like, you know what? It's time to focus or get something to focus on that is a little healthier for my body and my mind, rather than like, try to be out there drinking every weekend, go hang out, be at the club. That those are not my scene ever. I was doing that because I was just going through a rough time, and I wanted to break out of my shell as well. As I told you earlier, I've always been shy. I always loved working out, but never thought like, hey, I'm gonna go and put on a board short and shirt off. And so that was a challenge to myself as well. Like, I love working out. I'm just going to do this show. Just to prove to myself that I can go out of, that fear of always holding me back, of like not being able to do something because I'm scared, and it's only going to benefit me. And, I learned the discipline, learned how to diet and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. So I went and I looked for... and I was lucky to stumble upon my coach on IG, and then I found like the best coach out there for me, one of the best in the world. So I was like, if I was going to do it, I don't want to do it with like someone else that's getting coached by someone else. I was like, I'm just going to go for the best and then break out of my shell, challenge myself, step on that stage because I didn't think I would be able to. And honestly, in a way, it really saved my life, and it got my mind, my body, my life back into the right direction that I wanted to go.
That's a wonderful way to enter it, and I think through some turmoil and negativity does and mishap, maybe brokenhearted or something not going your way, but you found the right way there. Tell me something. This is my belief. I think I think men's physique is going to put everyone on notice. I know Classic's making this big statement at the moment with C-Bum and everything going on, but for some reason, we all believe we want the attainable. Like, we want to believe, like, we love the big guys. Like, that's like, we can't do that. But I think you guys are starting to show, I think Classic is doing an amazing job, and I've got to hand it to him, but it just seems like men's physique is, I think it's going to make a big statement in the next couple of years, 3 to 4 years. It's going to be a big one going on. Do you believe that?
Oh yeah, I really believe that. That's what got me into it as well. That's why you asked me if I think about any other division. I didn't, because I really enjoy Classic. Like, that's I feel like has the golden age of bodybuilding look. But men's physique is, like you said, more attainable, and with the direction now, with the weight cap, we'll go back to that look. Like, hey, you can be at the beach. I just want to
the beach.
I don't want to walk around feeling like I'm a big bodybuilder. Like a lot of people, they just want to like look good, feel good, not go to that extreme. Everybody has their preference, but to me, I feel like men's physique is a great look. And I have a feeling it's going to be better with this new weight cap, keeping us more men's physique look. We were getting a little too big.
Yeah, I think so. I think that can also happen because I think as bodybuilders, our competition was summer. We know the first of summer was always the comp time for all of us. Like we're going to go to the beach. That's when we wax up or shave or we get ready. We diet. It used to be summer was our stage, And so I feel like men's physique is, that's like I said, it kind of reminds us of getting there at summer. The summer look, which is attainable. But like I said, Classic's amazing, and C-Bum's doing a great job, and the other big boys. I mean, they're incredible. These guys, what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I think the industry, I think they've realised we are entertainment. We need fans. We need people to buy tickets, and you only buy tickets when it's entertaining. And I think men's physique is definitely a very important part for all of us to believe because you want to believe it's achievable, and I think men's physique gives us that. Classic's doing a good job, but men's physique definitely. So it's really good.
Yeah,
I noticed.
For sure, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Go.
I think like I said, I think the next few years as well, going forward, inside 5 years, maybe 2 to 3 more years, and I'm sure yourself being. Besides competing, I'm sure you're going to bring up the next line of athletes. Probably something you'll be doing as well is, endorsing the game and maybe probably coaching people. I wouldn't be surprised, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I noticed that Notorious, B.I.G., the song Juicy, It Was All a Dream. Is that the type of music you like?
Yeah, I like all sorts of music, to be honest. Not very picky when it comes to music. As long as they sound good, I'm all in.
But you played that song. But you played that song showing. You played that song showing all your journey with Olympia. So obviously it means a lot. A dream.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I chose that song. Because, like I said, when I first started out, I never imagined I could be an Olympian, let alone multiple Olympian, multiple time Olympian. It's sometimes I wake up, it's like, man, that was a dream.
Yeah.
threeog.shop.
Well, we're coming to the end, and what we do towards the end is we go over the body. And when we go over the body, all I want you to tell me is, look, if you train it, you train it. You don't, you don't. But if you do, one exercise, sets, and reps. I'll give you an example. If I was to say bicep, I might say preacher curls, and I might say, myself at the moment, I might say 2 sets, and I'd say even, 15 to 20 reps, 2 sets. That's what I would say preacher curls. So let's start with let's start from the top of the body. Traps. Do you train traps?
Nope, no traps.
All right. Well, that's what most don't. So I'll just let you know that. What about what about delts? What about say rear delts? What would you train rear delts? Give us one exercise and sets and reps. One exercise.
Reverse dumbbell flies. I would do 4 sets. And first one probably 15. The next 3 sets probably 10. Or I want to do volume. Then the last set could be like maybe 20 to 25.
Okay. And what about side delts?
Oh, I love side delts.
Okay. Yeah. Give us one.
I would probably do the standing. There's the standing. I don't even know what the name of it. The standing delt machine.
Yeah,
I love that one right now. And 4 sets as well. Same rep scheme.
Same reps,
but
okay.
Sometimes I'll push it. I'll do like 5 to 6 when I feel good that day.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a great pump to your shoulders. You feel like you have massive shoulders even though you don't.
So true, man. And what about front delts?
Front delt, I'll probably just do one exercise. Like I'll probably do an incline. My chest on an incline bench with a dumbbell in front of me.
Yes, a bit more upright. Yeah,
do like 4 sets as well. Yeah, I like the chest supported, and so I can focus more just on the front delts.
I've been trying that myself of late. I'm trying to get the shoulders up. It definitely seems like it's worked. Since we're going into the chest area, your favorite chest exercise, sets and reps?
I would have to say dumbbell chest, incline.
Incline, yeah. Okay, yeah. And how many sets and reps there?
I'll probably do at least 5 sets, and I'll warm it up maybe 12 to 15, and then I'll probably push 10, even heavier than maybe 8.
Wow, you like to go heavy on that, yeah?
Possibly 15, 20, yeah. That's one of my favorite exercises.
Okay, nice. And what about bicep?
Unfortunately, I can't do arms anymore, so no, I'm not training at all.
Oh wow, yeah. I think Patrick told me the same thing. Patrick, the Black Terminator, he said he's not doing arms either.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't do arms right now.
What about tricep? You can't even do tricep? Not even tricep?
No, I can't do tricep too. I haven't touched that because tricep will make your arm look bigger. Like that's.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, it's the biggest part of the arm. We know that. Yeah,
group.
Yeah. What about then? I guess not even forearms. I'm just because I asked this question with everyone, so I want to make it fair, so you can say no. What about forearms? Do you have to train forearms at all?
No, I actually don't train right now. Any forearms, yeah.
All right. So I guess, I mean, I don't know how you guys get. Maybe you can give us a secret to abs. Give us an ab exercise, and how the fuck do you have it so small, the ab area? How do you keep that waistline so tight?
So I like the one where you lay down on the abs machine, the basic one. I like that.
Yep.
And because I can do different type of exercises, like you can go 2 legs at the same time. I like to go single leg, left leg, then right leg, 10 each, and then I'll do 2 legs at the same time. That will be 1 set right there. Left leg,
is that like kickback, the kickbacks, or is that what you're talking about? Where you're sitting on your ass and you're kicking out? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the one where you lay down and then you put your leg up. There's
leg raises type thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, almost like a leg raise, and I'll do that, and then I'll also do the hanging leg raises as well on the machine. I feel like
you're talking about
waist a little.
You're talking about lying on your back and kicking up. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
and then also the
I like that one.
People use for the dip machine, but
yes,
stand,
and
then just raise your. Yeah, I do. Those are my 2 favorite go-to for abs exercises.
Sets and reps.
I usually do 3 sets of 15 on each, and then but the 2 single legs, I'll probably do 2 sets and then 10-10. So that's like what 20 reps on each total.
What's the secret to a small waistline?
It's all in the kitchen.
All in the kitchen. Okay, it's all in the kitchen.
I started to wear a little my belt too, the little waist trainer, and yeah, just trying to do everything I can. I don't wear too much of the belt during my training because I feel like I need to keep my back strong too. I know a lot of guys wear belts during the workout. Yeah, I don't know to keep your waist smaller or not. I got no scientific proof on that or anything. But yeah, I don't know. It might help. Look it up.
What about? I mean, I guess this may be similar to tries and buys. What about quads?
I do train quads. It's like one of my. I'm more quad dominant. Honestly, I do enjoy training legs. Hammies not so much. Quads I love it more for some reason. My hammies definitely lacking behind my quads. But I do like to train them. And then I think favorite quad exercise, I would say, I want to say barbell squat. For some reason, it's just a free barbell. I don't like the machines. I don't like the Smith machine as well. Something about it. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a power lifter.
All right.
That was way in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, free barbell squat. I'll probably start it with 10, warm up, and then I'll probably go 5 to 8 reps. Try to push the weight a little bit on there.
Yeah, well, it's an old school exercise, barbell squats, man. That's an old school style exercise, you know.
you can't
What
replace
about
it. I feel like
you can't replace it.
staple.
You can't replace it, man. I mean, everybody in the past that did it has got big legs. So at the end of the day, it would always gave you good legs or good muscular legs anyway. What about and a lot of the classic guys had good legs, but they weren't huge. They just had nice looking legs back in the classic days, the 70s and 80s. You know, they had lovely, stylish legs. You know. And probably more like what men's physique's legs are today, you know, in a sense, not overly huge. What about hammies? Do you train hammies?
Yes, I do train hammy as well. Not as hard as quads, but hammies, yes, I do. And I like the one where you lay down and you just kind of like the hammer curl.
Yep.
The curl machine.
Yep. Yeah. How many sets? How many sets and reps?
I think 4 to 5 sets. First warm up, 12 to 15, and then 3 sets of 10, and then last one probably like 20, 25 reps.
Okay. What about calves?
Oh, my weakness, but I do train them.
Everybody's weakness, mate.
And my favorite probably the standing one, the standing cast machine, and. And I just noticed you really got to get on the toe and push your ego forward. I feel a lot of blood flow goes in there when I do
How many
that.
reps? How many sets?
You really have to take your time.
Yeah, you do. You do.
4 sets, 5 sets on there, and I'll go higher volume on that one, probably 15, 20 reps each.
Actually, an old classic bodybuilder, John Torelli, who'd won Mr. Universe, and when people say. What he said was it's one of the hardest areas to get blood flow to, you know, in a sense. But what he said was you sometimes, and I've also heard this from Jay Cutler, hit them first. So we seem to hit calves last, but they're saying hit them first. Hit them as soon as you're in. Hit them first. Hit them first. Don't make, you're going to do quads, hit the calves first. Or if you're going to do quads and calves, go calves first. And they reckon treat them the same way you treat your shoulders. In other words, don't, if you think just because it's, like we all say, the calves are my weak one, well, then treat them like you train your chest. Hit them hard, but hit them first. So that's what Jay Cutler said. He used to hit his calves first and work them hard. So that's.
I think I've heard him say that before.
Yeah. So I heard that from John as well. Tibialis. Do you train the tibialis? Which is the front of the cuff.
Not really.
Not really. Okay. What about glutes?
Not really. I have tried it. It's hard to find a machine to do that. So
100%.
What I've been doing, I'll do the standing pads, and then I will push because they have the pads right here, right?
Yeah.
So I will put the pad up.
Yep.
And then I will stand on there, and then I'll just do it with no weights.
I've done that. I've done that.
Yeah, but I just wish there's a machine where you can put weights on there. It's hard to find weights. I tried putting a bar under it, but it just won't stick. It just doesn't. I feel like the whole time I'm struggling to keep the bar on my toes instead of like focusing on the squeeze.
Well, I've got the gym I go to it's called Hardcore. They've been around since '97. It's a very old school, and they've got a tibialis machine where you slide your feet in and you lift it. And it's got weights on the side. You put weights on the side. Yeah. I'll take a picture of it. I'll send it to you. I'll take a picture of it. You're a freak.
Send it to me. I haven't seen it in any gyms around.
It's not custom made. You can get it, but it's a top machine tibialis machine. Yeah, top one. Really good. Really good.
That is a rare one. I didn't even know one existed.
No, I'll send it to you, man. I'll do it. I think I'm training there tonight. I think I'm training calves tonight, so I'll send it to you. So you should have it by tomorrow morning. Glutes. Do you train glutes?
Yes, I do.
And what's your
the squat? I don't do any bridges or anything like that.
Yeah.
Don't do it specifically. But I on the leg press machine, sometimes I do trying to get a little wider.
Yep.
And then a little higher up, so I feel a little more hammies and a little more glutes.
Okay. How many sets and reps of that?
Same thing. 4 sets. First one, 12 to 15, and the next one probably like 10 or 8 reps.
Well, we've come to the end of the podcast. This moment now, you get to promote yourself. So I'm sure Tibialis tell people where they can find you on your socials as well. Don't forget if you've got any sponsors, because I've noticed you've got some wolves there on your T-shirt. And also maybe your bros, they're at, what's it called again? Iron sharpens iron or something like that. So
Team Zero Gravity.
Yeah. So here's your moment. Where can everyone find you and look out for you? Go ahead.
Mostly we'll be on my IG at J Huynh, so that would be JHUYNER, and number 16. Yes, please give me a follow.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. I'm sponsored by Dark Sport, and drop is happening this Sunday. Well, probably by the time this comes out, it'll be too late. But use my code. If you buy any Dark Sport stuff, it's Jason10. And then, of course, you can find me on my Team Zero Gravity, my coach's page as well, his IG, Team Zero Gravity. Yeah, thank you.
What I might do is we usually do a little short saying who we spoke to this week. So maybe I'll do a little push of your sponsor for you this week so they can get the specials on this weekend for you, okay? So make sure if you do see us. Yeah, man. We're here to, mate, with the word, look, there's an African word called Ubuntu, and it's actually part of our ethos. The word Ubuntu means not me, we. In other words, I am nothing without us. I am nothing without we. And it was a basketball coach in America that had a team that was losing, and he said to him, we're going to go under this ethos that it's not about you, it's about us. So me and Chris will do something this week to spice up the guess who we spoke to. Jason, and we'll do a little push of your sponsors. That's about it, but all I wanted to say was thank you so much. I feel starstruck, so I look forward to watching you, rock it. And what you were saying, something about wanting to be in that top 10 to 15. Let's hope it's even better than that. Let's hope it's like top 5, maybe a winner.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going for that, man. I appreciate it, man. I just want to say thank you and thank Chris for making this happen. At first I thought like this is a spam or something, but I was like, hey, I appreciate you having me on here. Definitely making me feel special and making me feel comfortable. Like I said, I'm really shy, and doing these stuff like this, I feel like I would suck. But you made it really comfortable. It's just a nice conversation to have, especially from so far away. Just not just in the States, but also where you're at. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, well, it means a lot to us because we do, as bodybuilders, we've watched this thing happen for generations, if not decades, and we know from the, Arnold Schwarzenegger days to Frank Zane days to Lee Haney days to Dorian Yates to, Ronnie Coleman's and right to you guys. But it seems like this men's physique popped up in the teens, meaning how it's been in the 2000s and it's growing. And like I said, I think watch this space. You guys are going to, like I said, I think the show is going to get bigger and better with you guys. So we look forward to it, man. So I just want to say thank you.
Hey, yeah, thank you. Thanks again for having me on.